Eerie standing in the heart of the SpaceX machine shop, surrounded by the tools that are shaping the future of space travel. When Elon Musk started SpaceX in 2002, he didn't have much, just a rented office, a mariachi band at his launch party, and an ambition that knew no limits. His goal? Nothing less than making life multiplanetary. April 20th, 2023, was a historic moment. Humanity edged one step closer to that dream when the world's largest rocket, Starship, a fully reusable behemoth, attempted its first trip to orbit. It didn't make it, but failure has never stopped Elon. In fact, it's part of his playbook. The unlikely rocket scientist. Let's rewind. You'd think a guy running a space company would have a background in aerospace engineering, right? Not Elon. He has degrees in economics and physics. No formal training in rocketry. So how did he do it? By teaching himself. He devoured textbooks, read NASA's archives, and cold called top engineers in the field. One of them, aerospace consultant Jim Cantrell, was stunned when he answered a call from a guy who introduced himself as an internet billionaire. Elon wasn't quite a billionaire yet, but he was getting close. After selling PayPal, he walked away with $180 million. Most people would have played it safe. Elon went all in, $100 million into SpaceX, $70 million into Tesla, and $10 million into Solar City. He bet everything on the future. The Russian rocket rejection. In 2001, before founding SpaceX, Elon tried to buy old Russian missiles to kickstart his space ambitions. He flew to Moscow, expecting to strike a deal. The Russians laughed in his face. They wanted $8 million per rocket, twice what he was willing to pay. When he countered with $8 million for two, they basically said, "Kid, get lost." On the flight home, instead of sulking, Elon opened his laptop and did the math. He realized he could build rockets himself for a fraction of the cost. And that's exactly what he did. 3 explosions in a make-or-break moment. Starting a rocket company is insanely hard. Getting one off the ground literally nearly broke him. SpaceX's first rocket, Falcon 1, failed 3 times in a row. It exploded, tumbled, and misfired. With each failure, money drained away. By 2008, SpaceX was down to its last shot. Elon had a choice, give up or press forward. He chose to fight. On September 28, 2008, Falcon 1 launched for the 4th time. 9 minutes later, it reached orbit. That single success saved SpaceX. Weeks later, NASA awarded them a $1.6 billion contract to send cargo to the International Space Station. But Elon's battles weren't over. Tesla, the near-death experience. While SpaceX was struggling to get off the ground, Tesla was on the verge of collapse. By late 2008, the electric car company had just $9 million left. It was bleeding cash, missing production targets, and scaring away investors. Elon was going through a brutal divorce. He was exhausted, and yet he refused to quit. He slashed costs, borrowed money from friends, and scraped together $20 million. Investors matched it. On Christmas Eve, Tesla was saved by the thinnest of margins. Years later, history nearly repeated itself. In 2018, Tesla faced what Elon called production hell. The company couldn't meet demand for the Model 3. Elon slept on the factory floor, working around the clock to fix the problem. Tesla was weeks from bankruptcy, and yet they pulled through. By 2020, Tesla wasn't just surviving, it was dominating. Factories expanded worldwide. In 2022 alone, Tesla delivered 1.3 million cars. The bigger picture. But Tesla isn't just about cars. Elon envisions a world beyond fossil fuels. A world with AI-driven robots, underground tunnel systems, and brain implants that merge humans with machines. Neuralink, one of his newest ventures, aims to help paralyzed individuals control devices with their minds. The Boring Company wants to eliminate traffic by creating underground transport networks. And Twitter, now rebranded as X, Elon sees it as the future of digital communication, a platform for free speech, payments, video content, and more. The one rule he lives by. Elon's story isn't just about companies, rockets, or cars. It's about mindset. He has one rule: never give up. When something is important enough, he once said, "You do it even if the odds are not in your favor." And if history is any indication, he's just getting started.